My favorite podcast repeat offender is here. How many times have you been on this pod now?
I think this is my third time lucky.
The only person that I've had consistently back.
Really?
I'm just obsessed with you, Gab.
Feeling is mutual.
Come on, everyone is. We love a Gab Waller episode.
That's so nice. I'm so happy to be back. And I can't wait to chat.
Yay. How have you been? What's going on?
I've been good. I've been doing a lot of travel. I got back from Canada.
Okay.
I did a one-night trip to Canada for an event. And then I leave for New Zealand and Australia on Sunday.
I'm so jealous. I love New Zealand. Yes. I think it's the best.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah. It's just one of those places that like I would go back a dozen times. Have the best trip.
Thank you.
What are you going back for?
So I am hosting a lunch down there. So I'm going with a company called the Luxury Network.
Okay.
Same company that I went with last year around the same time. And essentially I'm hosting a lunch for, I think it's about 150 guests.
Wow.
It's sold out, which I'm so happy
That's
about.
so crazy.
Yes.
Your impact, the Gab Waller impact.
I can't wait to see everyone, and yeah, it'll be so good.
Yay, I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
First of all, we always start the show with what you wore to pod, and I'm like loving what you have on. What are these pants?
Oh my gosh. Okay, these pants, they're vintage.
Okay.
Tom Ford for Gucci era.
Yeah, I'm upset I asked.
Yes. No. It's to the point that I need them in, like if I got a different color, absolutely, but I would probably buy another pair if I found them.
Just like you have them for life.
Yes.
Yeah.
They
that.
fit so well. The cut's so great. And I just obviously love that era. And then this, it's a bodysuit. It's by a brand called The Park. Are you familiar?
I was just wearing that.
Oh, I love
The Park.
Yes.
It's so good. The materials are amazing.
Best quality.
So good.
Feels fantastic in this.
It's kind of like sweat proof.
That's how I feel.
Yes.
I wore one of their long sleeves a couple of days ago, and this is my first time wearing this bodysuit. I feel snatched.
Yes.
It's really like still feels snug. So
it feels like, this is like maybe kind of gross, but like it feels like one of those pieces that you don't have to wash a lot. Like they feel like jeans, like not, they don't actually feel like jeans, but the material to me is like it gets better with wear. You don't have to like throw it in the wash every time you wear it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's great. That's what we want.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I was wearing their leggings. They're so cute.
The row little thong sandals, which I love.
We're loving a thong sandal right now. We'll get into that.
Yes.
We'll get into that.
Definitely.
Okay, so by the time this episode comes out, we'll be about a month away from the official start of summer. Okay. And it will be right before Memorial Day. So obviously summer is on everyone's minds, what we're wearing. Mm-hmm. What are some trends that you're seeing, just high level? Let's start there, of some things that you're like excited to see this summer.
So number one, I know for certain we are going to be seeing a lot of raffia. That is pretty standard across each season when this time of the year comes around, but I can dive into like which specific pieces, but definitely raffia is like a strong texture.
It's like the summer mascot.
Yes.
Yeah.
The same, you know what? I was going to say the same way as suede is for winter.
Yeah.
But in saying that, suede is going to carry through to spring summer this
100%.
year. I would say it's not certainly a world's first, but it's something that I haven't really seen before this strongly. One example, and this one I think you'll enjoy, is the Balenciaga Lee City bag has made a comeback. Yep. Bella Hadid wore it.
I love that bag.
So good. So good. But the brown suede has been one of my best sellers over the past, I would say, 3 weeks. I don't think I've sourced any from the US yet, so I'd be curious to see if it's launched here. We've been getting a lot from Europe and the UK, but everyone's loving it.
I have one from my mom that's baby blue, oversized, like a travel duffel.
Yes.
And for years I never brought it out. And for years I was like, do I give this back to my mom? Like I'm not really wearing it. So I'm primed for this comeback.
You're ready.
I'm so ready.
So great. Even when I've posted it on stories, there have been clients that have replied being like, wait, I have that bag packed away in suitcases somewhere. Like, I need to bring it back out. I said, yes, it's back. Everything does come back around. And I'm sure anyone that has held onto that bag is very happy about it.
Chanel just had their resort show for 2026 in Lake Como. And there were multiple suede outfits that came out. They were like a light tan capris with a little jacket. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, if Chanel says that suede is for resort, here we are.
100%.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was very chic.
That collection was unbelievable. Truly, at the end of the day, I think whatever Chanel says and Miu Miu goes. They really, it's the go-to every season. They've also I'm actually speaking a little bit early. In about a week, they will officially launch their Cocoa Beach collection that they launch every year, and it's guaranteed to be a sold out collection. But again, anything Chanel does, it's going to be popular and it will sell out. I also will add that Pantone, when they came out earlier this year and said that Mocha Mousse was the color of the year, although we've had brown suede, I still feel that brown suede is continuing on, and even as we speak, I am still seeing pieces being requested in that style, but that mocha light brown suede is definitely what will be the color that will be seen heavily throughout summer.
Another thing I'm loving for summer, and the reason why I feel like suede is persevering, is just the revival of like boho chic.
Yes.
Everything.
Oh my gosh,
like,
yes.
I'm seeing ruffles everywhere. I'm seeing fringe everywhere. Like, I think I think this summer it's just going to be the thing that we see everywhere.
Definitely. I will credit Chloe to that by far.
Yeah. That first Chimina collection that dropped, it was like, we're
game over. We're on.
We're on. We're back.
It is doing so well. It's honestly incredible. And I think I think those feminine tones overall, which is that more boho chic girl. And even speaking on behalf of myself, I never would have envisioned myself as that girl.
Never.
But suddenly I'm buying Chloe.
For me, I'm back on the fringe. Like, I am never someone who I thought would like fringe. And maybe because like 5 or 10 years ago, the idea of fringe was like a suede jacket with fringe on it. And that felt like a little too Western for me. But there are so many summer dresses. I just wore one on my Instagram that was yellow from Nanushka.
Yes.
And it was like a knit bodycon dress, yet like a butter yellow. And at the bottom, it had this like fringe, kind of like totem inspired a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm so all over that for summer.
I love, yes, absolutely. It's a great point that you did raise, because when you do think of fringe, you do think of the classic jacket. So I love it. I love it on a dress.
Yeah. This is more delicate. Like, I wouldn't even say it's fringe. It feels like frayed. Like, it's almost like they took scissors to the end of it and like let the like, that's what I'm loving.
Kate does a great job at that with many of their designs. I haven't scoped it out for any of their current pieces, but they love doing that on some of their dresses.
It just adds this, like, it can be an edgy look, but it adds this like little bit of like delicateness to an outfit. Yes. I also noticed after I was in Paris for February Fashion Week, and Zimmermann is not usually a brand that I would go to. Yes. But feels like a little sister of Chloe.
It is.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
But more so than ever. Like, Zimmermann, I feel like used to be like more doilies and like more like summer. I feel like they have now made a very sharp pivot to be the Chloe little sister.
I love that.
Yeah. It's very boho.
I'm here for that. I think that's, smart of them to do also.
For sure. The timing's ripe.
Yes, definitely. I also just think, because when I do think of Zimmermann, I think I still have that image in my head of that heavy floral print.
Same. That with like the lace kind of trim.
Yes. Yeah. So I love that they're doing that.
Okay, so we've got sheer, we've got kind of boho vibes, a little bit of fringe. It all feels really like romantic and flowy. And it feels summery, but not like, I don't want to say basic. Not like your standard summery.
I'm trying to think of, previous years. Of course, it's always going to be raffia, but this is the first year that I have seen in my, I'm going to say since my sourcing days, that boho chic is going to be top of the pyramid and that feminine revival. When I think of colors for the season, I also think of very feminine, soft colors. We've got the pink, the baby blue, butter yellow. Butter yellow is staying strong this season.
I love it.
Love it. Kind of wearing it. Yes.
I just like, I gravitate towards that like soft yellow color so much. And I think it's a really good transitional color if you're like trying to get in the spring summer mood and you're still in your dark colors. Like a little butter yellow goes a long way. It's just delicious.
It is.
Yeah.
In terms of colors, that's what we will see.
Love that.
Heavily.
Okay, let's get into shoes a little bit. Let's talk about flip-flops.
Yes. Oh, okay.
I am someone who you would never see in a flip-flop, but I'm so here for it right now.
What made you change your mind on them?
Last summer I was going on vacation and I usually have my like leather thong sandals that I bring on every beach vacation, right? They're like so elevated and great. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to this hotel. I'm going to be on the beach. Like I want a Havaiana.
Yeah.
So I Amazon Prime to Havaiana.
Yeah.
And I have been wearing them ever since. Oh, and I think I will say, I'm going to disclaimer this, that like, if you live in New York, do not wear a flip-flop. It's just not the vibe. Like, not even that. Like, the streets are so dirty. I would never.
Yes.
But living in LA, if you're living in a place where you're in a car a lot, I'm really loving just that, like, back to basics flip-flop right now.
Yes.
I styled it with a linen suit the other day, like linen shorts and a blazer and, like, a little T-shirt and my Bottega hop. And it was so cute.
I love that.
Yeah.
I will admit I'm the biggest flip-flop fan. We call them thongs.
Yep.
So
okay.
I just feel they are so easy to style. Last year, the Christopher Esbar ones absolutely took off. The Row did something similar. The only thing I will say, and I don't think this is, it might be just I don't know if it's an unpopular opinion, but the Row style from this season,
not for me.
No, they're not worth it.
It's literally plastic and cotton.
Yes.
When I see people in them, I'm like, I'm really happy for you. But that's it. Like, I'm really happy that you have that expendable cash and that's it. Like, I'm not like, oh, you look chic. I'm like, congrats for having $700 spare.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yes. And if my DMs are saying anything, I have not received a single request for them. Which
you haven't received a single request for the Row flip-flops.
Correct. From this season, the red beige,
ones.
Exactly. Yes.
Wow. And they sold out.
Yes.
So people aren't looking for them beyond the sellout.
That's interesting. Yeah.
I think that's telling.
Because also, yes, they're $700. Then you're paying, even though my fee is limited, you are paying my fee on top of that.
Right.
Is it, like, how much would you really desire that style?
Right. Just buy a Havaiana, guys. Yes. Honestly, Havaiana makes these like really cute, like there's like jewels on the front.
Oh, is this collaboration with, I'm going to chop the name and I hope this isn't offense. Like I don't offend anyone that I don't know what. Gigmas?
Gimgwas.
Yes.
I actually didn't see. Oh, I did see that, but I haven't seen the shoes.
Yes.
So I actually saw these sequiny ones on a content creator last summer. She like showed them on her Instagram and they're like black with like multicolor kind of rhinestones on the strap.
Interesting.
And they're so cute and fun if you're like on holiday somewhere.
I love that. Yeah.
I'm so here for it. I just think they're cute and fun. And like, there's something about summer dressing to me that is like, I become a kind of a different person. It's really effortless. And I kind of want to bring in all these like different tones and colors and gems. And like, it's different than how I usually dress because I think summer is such like a happy time that I'm willing to kind of put myself out on a limb a little bit more. So if you see me in jeweled flip-flops, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Just be like, all right.
I will be there right beside you because I'm the exact same. I think naturally this is by far my favorite time of the year. I thrive more in summer and I prefer to dress in summer dressing as opposed to fall winter.
Same.
It's just...
I don't know, actually. I like a layer sometimes, but
you are a queen of layering.
I'm just like a layer. I love a layer.
Like you do it so well.
Thank you, Gab.
In such a chic way.
Thanks.
But yes, the flip-flop thong, and I will say the Christopher Esber ones that I have that really did pop off, I wear them so much with everything. I'm actually surprised I'm probably not even wearing them right now.
These ones are from the Row. She's wearing like a brown thong plastic.
Kitten. Yeah. Yes, these are a couple of years old now. But see, this is something that if it's sold out, I would pay to get my hands on, but not
those are leather.
Yes, number one.
Yeah,
exactly.
Those are leather. Do you have any sandals that are most requested right now for summer?
So one that I am seeing coming through is, so Alaya just dropped their new collection. They just released a raffia wedge, which came out in Paris. I'm sure it's hitting US any day now. So in terms of shoes, the other one that I am seeing, so Miu Miu rules summer in my opinion. Like anything that Miu Miu is putting out, it is going to,
like the raffia hat.
Whew, oh my gosh, the raffia cowboy hat. Hasn't that been a popular one? Yes, I knew it from the moment I saw it. I just knew that clients would jump on that. So, and I think that also perhaps plays into that Western feel that is simmering and sitting there as an appealing trend.
I mean, suede.
Yes.
Same thing.
Yes.
Suede, I think, is going to persevere through summer.
Yes, definitely. But one style from Miu Miu that I have my eyes on is, well, we haven't really discussed ballet flats in general and whether, you know, we obviously saw the Alaya fishnets take over the world 2 years ago. But this season, Miu Miu have just released, it's a mesh ballet flat. It's white and they've got the little logo on the shoe. And I think perhaps, again, you know, that move out of quiet luxury and clients wanting to wear pieces where the logo is shown, they are the perfect style.
Oh God, guys, please don't bring back Logomania.
Oh yeah,
I hated it there. I really hated it there. That was the bad place for me.
No, it's so funny because that's when I started my career. Like you would
all of us did.
Yeah.
It was Logomania.
Yes. Oh, that's so funny.
I'm triggered. I didn't like it.
She has PTSD from Logomania.
Yeah.
Yes. I will say some of the pieces that I got during that phase, bad. Like, not good. And I think I was buying it. That was also just when I started my career and I was still, my sourcing career. And I was still trying to separate my personal style from what was being requested. Mm-hmm. And so what was coming in, I was like, oh, I want that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not my style.
No, I don't.
Never wear that normally. So I'm glad I grew out of that quickly.
Oh, and we love your personal style.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course. What do you think about jelly flats?
Oh, great question. Yes, I like them. Well, I'm going to reference the Chloe jelly flats. Are they the ones you were envisioning? Or
yes. So, well, there's actually a few out there.
Okay.
The Chloe flats, the Chloe jelly flats are like tiny heel thong with a full back and an ankle strap, right?
Correct. Yes.
I also have seen a lot of like Alaya style mesh but jelly flat.
Okay.
Those I don't love. They feel a little like beach shoey. They feel a little like water shoe vibes.
Yeah.
The Chloe jelly I could get behind if styled right.
I will say the reason why I like the jelly Chloe is perhaps because of that toe and the ankle strap. It's just
There's
little
just
bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit more elevated than I know what you're referring to. When I think of those, I think of the row. Was it the
ones that broke?
Yeah.
And it was
from
like
last year. Yes.
And everyone was complaining that they
broke.
I mean,
bad.
It's plastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I personally wouldn't touch a jelly flat that has that kind of vibe for fear of, well, unless it's, you know, if you go in luxury, no, you do not want to.
There's no point.
Enter that realm. Yes.
Yeah.
But the Chloe ones, absolutely, I feel like you're safe.
I also think that the Chloe ones, they did a good job of making them in a very appealing color. They're like a light blush. They're like a brownie blush.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, exactly. And also a pinky purple, more towards a purple.
Which I think is like nice on the skin. Like it's not like a red or an orange. And it's something that just kind of blends into an outfit.
Yes.
I've never been a PVC girl. It's just...
Actually,
never
now
been.
That you've said it, I can't see you in a PVC style.
I just don't like the fact that you can like see toes. You know, one of the most.
Well, like, what are you wearing now? Oh, I love these Tories.
I love it. I wear these Tories literally every podcast episode. The most traumatizing question I've ever been asked on Instagram is, "Hey Liv, I'm looking for a ballet flat, but can you find me a ballet flat that shows toe cleavage?"
Toe cleavage?
Yeah. Toe cleavage. I didn't know how to respond, so I didn't because, you know, maybe someone else can give a better answer. Yeah. And then I didn't hear that phrase for a while. And then I actually saw it again recently on Substack. Someone was like, hey, can someone find me flats with toe cleavage?
Toe cleavage?
Toe cleavage, just to confirm and know what we're talking about, is the front of the ballet flat is thin enough where the in-betweens of your toes are showing.
Oh, I thought we were talking
the cleavage, bust cleavage, like the in-between of your toes is showing.
That is hilarious. I've never heard of that.
Gab, would you like to see toe cleavage?
I'm going to pass on that one.
Right?
Please.
I wonder if it's like actually an aesthetic thing or is it like an airflow thing?
Oh,
and that's my thing with PVC. It's like there's no airflow down there.
Yes, great point.
I am not saying that toe cleavage is the answer to the PVC thing, guys. Let me just make that perfectly clear. Toe cleavage should be abolished.
That is hilarious. I would love for this to be my first and last time that I hear that.
I'm so sorry I've brought this into your orbit. I'm really
now
so
I'm going
sorry.
to like think, because when I put on my little Chanel ballet flats, I'm like, now I'm going to see
Chanel
if
ballet
I have
flats do
the
not give
perfect-
big they give
Okay.
perfect toe cleavage in my mind.
That's so funny. I don't know why also my brain went to
Just
like
take a
the
deep breath.
end of the toes, and I'm
No.
perhaps,
Like the
yes,
the lines
I'm
between your toes.
it has to be airflow. I'm
To
gonna
some people, the
believe.
more the better.
That is hilarious.
No.
Thank you for that.
Yep. Yeah. You know what? I think one of my challenges is going to be to go and try on those Chloe jelly flats and see how I can style them.
should.
Yeah.
You know what? That would be a great challenge in general, to like go into the Chloe store
And
and
just
try
try
them
it.
on and
Yeah.
then see what they look like with
Yeah.
different looks. I'm trying to think of how they have styled them on within the campaign.
I saw it because I read your Vogue column, obviously. But the way that the ones that you linked were styled were like
Yes.
with like a mini dress with like ruffles.
Cute. Okay. Yes.
And yeah, I think if I'm willing to give them a try. I think that pair specifically is really elevated. So if
Yes.
people are listening right now being like, oh, I love the jelly shoe, just try to find one that feels a little bit more sophisticated.
I agree.
On my Substack right now, I wrote like a flip-flop story. And I think there's a pair from Veronica Beard linked in there that's a flat
Okay.
thong sandal, but the actual like thong is jelly. But it's like a tortoise jelly.
I'm picturing it. Yes.
And
yes.
it's really refined.
Cute.
I would go for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay. Let's talk about sneakers, the thing that I've messaged you about 1,000 times at this point.
Yes.
I feel like we are in a very distinctive moment for sneakers. I'm seeing so many retro styles. I feel like this started with like the Miu Miu sneaker and has now trickled down to like the Dries sneaker that is constantly sold out. You can't really find them anywhere.
Yes.
They just dropped new colors.
Yes.
What do you think of this retro style, and what's a sneaker that you think everybody should have for the summer?
Great question. So I definitely think the retro style is here to stay. I still think the Dries are a must-have in my opinion, and the reason for that is they are such an excellent price point. They're $350.
The Dries?
Yes, unless they've had a price increase.
Oh, yeah, girl. They have.
Are they $400 now? Intermission to find out the price.
Okay, the new ones that just dropped are $475.
Okay.
The metallic ones are $565.
Damn, that's a massive jump. They did not used to be that high.
Massive jump. $500 on a sneaker. I'm not in the mood.
Yeah. Okay. I hear you. Miu Miu, on the other hand, goodness, how much?
$1,000.
Yes. I wonder what the New Balance sneakers are up to at this present time. But in saying that, retro, absolutely. I also think they're just so easy to style.
100%. That to me is why, and you know what, like, I think this is all happening because Sambas were such a big thing last year, that kind of flat, low to the ground, not chunky, streamlined style.
Yes.
You know, I lived in New York for 10 years and my sneaker collection was crazy. I had every sneaker on the planet and I was wearing them 24/7. Since moving back to LA in the last 5 years, it's been amazing to see what I've gotten rid of and what I've kept. And the sneaker that I turn to every day is a Samba because it's just so easy to style.
Yes.
You don't have to really like, there's not an element to it that you have to take into consideration like you would with maybe a New Balance 990, which I wear to work out and walk all the time.
Yes.
But it's a chunkier style. So, you know, you've got to wear the right jean with it. You know, you've got to like play with proportions there.
Definitely.
But this retro kind of like bowling style shoe is just so easy.
I agree.
I love it.
And still to this day, the requests are coming in for the Miu Miu New Balance, predominantly in the OG colors, but they're introducing new colorways. They just brought out this beautiful new like light tan colorway that I received requests for. So that collaboration as a whole is absolutely not going away anywhere. And it's brilliant.
But I also think that falls into this category of like
yes.
the smaller, daintier sneaker.
Yes. Because you think on the flip side, what are your thoughts on the Solomon just as a sneaker style?
Solomons I like as a concept, but I just don't think they're good for my wardrobe right now.
Yes.
Yeah. They're just a little too athletic for my unathletic self.
No, that's exactly it. Because when you think of, they're not a fashion sneaker, in my opinion. I see them everywhere in LA, but when I do see them being worn, they're obviously being worn in more active style. So I think for the LA girls, like, great sneaker. We pretty much love to wear our active out here, but as a fashion sneaker, no, you're not wearing them, at least in my opinion, you know, with jeans and different looks that you would be wearing with the Dries sneakers as an example.
Totally. I'm really here for them. I did find a good dupe recently on Dolce Vita for people who are not looking to spend $500 on shoes.
Yes.
And they were like $100. They have them in a few different colors and they're pretty similar.
Okay.
Not to be the dupe person.
No.
But, you know, summer's around the corner. We got to be helpful where we can, you know? Yeah.
This is true. Yes.
I know. You brought up a pair of raffia flats earlier. And I feel like I have not in the past. Obviously, everybody needs a good raffia bag, and we'll get into that. But raffia flats, I feel like are kind of new.
Yes.
Like the Chanel raffia flats dropped 2 months ago, and I was like, I don't think I've really seen a lot of raffia shoes in the past. Is that just a me thing? What do you think?
No, you're absolutely right. I completely agree. The Chanel raffias absolutely accelerated it. I think I would have picked up this season. Prada also have a pair which were in my most recent Vogue column, and I remember when they went up for pre-order, I'm like, they're going to be popular.
It's kind of surprising that we haven't had a lot of like, you know, Miu Miu style viral raffia shoes in the past. Like I think when I first saw those pop up, I was like, oh wow, those are gonna go so
crazy
fast.
Yes.
Yeah. What are your favorites right now?
Chanel.
Yeah.
Season after season, collection after collection. And I would say with that style in particular, so they did 4 variations. They did the blue, the pink. See, even Chanel knows blue and pink are just the colors. And then they did the white, and then they did the all like raffia. Yes. So I would say the white and the classic raffia have been the most popular, but requests have still been coming in for the blue and the pink. So
they're so cute.
And you know what the best thing about it is? I haven't heard any feedback about them being uncomfortable or tearing. Like they are quite delicate.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic news also.
I always get people asking, are Chanel Ballet flats comfortable? And mine are. I think especially the leather ones get really soft over time and really comfortable.
Yes.
I have a pair of tweed ones that have like really kind of molded to my feet quite nicely. I mean, look, with any shoe that's like rounded and kind of fits the top of your foot into something, you're going to feel a little pressure, but it's not like I get crazy blisters from them. I think they're a really comfortable, great shoe. I'm not wearing them around like a day of walking in Paris, but I'll wear them around for a day of meetings. I'm in my car. Like I think they're such a great shoe.
I agree. My leather ones are probably my most worn flat.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The one thing that does make me a little sad is, did you see the pink suede ones that I posted?
Yes.
And
they're like a bubblegum pink suede.
Yes.
Yep.
Stunning. Like absolutely love it. I'm still breaking them in, but I thought it'd be a smart idea to wear them to the airport for Canada. Like, what was I thinking? I just wanted them to have an airport travel moment. And yeah, they were a little uncomfortable for that, but they're not leather, so they're just a little bit more stiffer.
I think suede shoes are really hard, especially flats in light colors. Like I have chocolate brown suede, dark, like a black suede, but it's going to get dirty.
I know.
I'm sending you love and well wishes.
That was the other thing too. I remember putting.
But they're so cute.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
They're just, now I'm almost like they're great to look at, because anytime I wear them, there's like another black mark on them. I'm like, this is great.
Get a little suede cleaner.
Yeah.
I know.
Yes.
Okay, what do you think is going to be the bag of the summer?
Okay. So I can tell you straight away that the Miu Miu crochet pouch bag, bestseller, demand through the roof still to this day. And that's demand that's been consistent over a year. So it's to the point that it is by far my most requested bag. And I think it sells so well because it is, Miu Miu call it a pouch. So it is priced better than a classic Miu Miu handbag or whatever it may be from other brands. That is, I think we're still going to be seeing that everywhere. The other one is Chanel 25 bag. Yes. What are your thoughts on this one?
I would sell an organ for the Chanel 25 bag. The small one in black specifically, if anyone's listening that wants to.
You need that bag. That is like a Liv bag.
It is so me. And I think this is the third podcast we've now talked about it. I just think it's like the perfect combination of like a chic everyday meets work Chanel bag.
Yes.
Like I will wear that bag every day for the next 10 years.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's so good, and I see all the girlies on Instagram wearing it, and Ami Song in the cute pink.
The pink.
And I saw the blue we had a Chanel dinner last week here in LA. It's my kryptonite right now. That is the bag of the summer.
I Agree. And you need that. So they launched with the small and the large, and then extremely smart for them to intro the medium, which has been the most popular now. It's just like the perfect in-between size. I do think the large is a little too
It's huge.
Yes. So small or medium is where it at. 25, Miu Miu crochet.
Give me like a raffia.
Yeah,
what are you loving?
Say, raffia for sure is going to come through.
That YSL that's like wooden beads
is
very cool.
That one, I think that's going to be quite popular. Even in present time, it is popular. I think it has sold out. So it's a Saint Laurent wooden beaded style, which I think is great because, you know, we're always going to have raffia styles in summer, but this is the first time that I like this unique twist and that it's beads. Rosie Huntington-Whiteley also posted herself wearing it, which I think, again, sped up demand for it.
It's beautiful.
It is really great.
It's like a dark oak wood too.
Yes.
I think it's a gorgeous bag.
Go Saint Laurent. That's
personally, they, in my opinion, but you know, excluding Hermes, they make the most incredible bags.
Yeah.
All of my favorite bags. I'm a YSL Manhattan person forever.
Yes.
Like I have 2. I wear them all the time, multiple sizes. Like the Voltaire bag is a great bag. Yeah. I even think about, you know, if I'm investing in like a big tote, I still want that black over the shoulder one.
Yes.
I still want that. If I think of a raffia bag that I want the what's it called?
I care.
I want that bag in raffia. Like it's just, they make great bags.
I agree.
And their logo is so, to me, not so overwhelming. It just kind of fits in.
Yes. It's very chic,
very,
I would say.
Yeah.
The only other style that, again, it's not raffia, but it hasn't popped off yet. So let's put a little TBC on this, but it's kind of on my one to watch, and I can see that it will increase actually 2 things. So back to Miu Miu, they did a wooden basket bag last season, and they brought it back again this season. I think it comes in, there's a little mini, then they have 2 other sizes. So I'm going to call it medium, small, mini.
Okay.
And it's a wooden little basket tote.
Cute.
So fantastic for summer. But then separately to that, they've also introduced a new bag, and it's essentially a basket style. And how shall I describe it? It's
like a picnic basket?
Yes.
Cute.
Yes. And it's
not my fave though, because it's like hard to carry throughout the day. You know?
But it's tiny. It's kind of like, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but it's this high.
Okay.
And it's great because it's got little, like, it's woven. So it's all, it's just, to me, it's like the perfect beach bag.
Cute.
You could fit a towel in it based off what because there's multiple sizes. So I was like, that could be cute. But it hasn't popped off just yet. So it's in my TBC bucket.
Okay. We'll keep an eye out.
Yes.
Okay. Well, now I have the shoppies.
Yes. I love it. Oh, well, I'm a good and bad influence.
I know. Always. The last time I had you on the show, just to finish out, you hadn't launched Source By yet.
Yes. When? Yes. Okay. Continue.
And I have been having so many great conversations about tech advancements in fashion, and I would love to hear how it's going and any updates you can share with the listeners about it, because I feel like everyone's feeling really excited about just really cool new things in fashion.
I love it. Absolutely. So Sourced By it has been in the works since March of last year is when I sat down and got serious about the concept.
Yep.
And it really stemmed from predominantly the fact that at present I just can't find as much as I should be because I don't have the technology to really support the back end of sourcing. So behind the scenes, it is unfortunately very manual, very time intensive, very complicated. And because of that, we only can fulfill around like 30 to 40% of our requests at present.
Wow.
Which is a pretty low
stat. Yeah.
Yes, based off, the reputation that I've built of being able to find it all, but there is just so much missed revenue and opportunity there. So I've known for some time that sourcing needs tech, not only to scale the company, but just to automate the back end and really help us manage all of the requests, because from the client side, things are strong, requests are coming in, there's been no slowdown, but from the back end, it is unfortunately just a little bit complicated with all the different platforms that we use. So Sourced By is the all-in-one platform that will streamline every aspect of the fashion sourcing process. So we are leveraging AI predominantly to assist with us logging the request. So nothing will change with the client. They will continue to DM us, text us, email us. But at present, I have a team member that spends around 3 hours a day manually logging those requests in. And
so this is a back-end interface that you can use for yourself, but also others eventually sell out to other people.
Yes.
Incredible.
So from day one, it will be, although we are launching slowly in terms of, Gab Waller will be the first to be onboarded, then another 5 sources will be onboarded. And the reason for that is I'm more focused on, really wanting to provide like a quality product as opposed to like opening up the floodgates and like all these people using it and not getting direct feedback for features that they may want. But from day one, it is something that I want to offer to the sourcing industry as a whole. It's something, I'm so passionate about this industry and how far it's come in the almost 7 years that I've been in it. And this just feels like the natural next progression of my career too, of, stepping into tech, but stepping into tech for the industry that I feel, I played a big part in building.
I mean, I can see that making a huge difference in like, I think of vintage sellers, like in 10, 15 years when you've got this like locked and loaded, 100%. I think of people like Alexis at Tab Vintage and, Happy Isles and all these great places that probably have so much inbound on a daily basis and are looking for very specific things in very specific places of the world. There's a lot of incredible ways that this could really change the game.
100%.
And just allow people greater access to things.
Definitely. And even speaking to, because we did a lot of user research as to like speaking with these other sources, both in new luxury and then vintage. And the vintage, it's crazy to me that they get so much inbound, but because they don't know where to log the request, it just goes away. And
but I even think about like fashion brands that have like had a hard time finding their archive. Like all these tiny bits of history that Sourced By could end up helping at the end of the day, building back their brand and having that, in-house identity.
Yes, definitely. It's crazy. So I think, phase 1 is really streamlining the process, and our tagline is to find more. And then once that's in place, like there's just so many ideas and places that I want to take the product and, tapping into brands and that. So I think there's just so much that can be done in this space in the world of sourcing.
It has been so fun to have you on this pod, like once every few years, to hear the incredible things you've been doing. It feels like a little journal of just like growth. I love that. And I love hearing from you always and everything you're working on. And thank you for always coming on the show.
I hope you have me back for a 4th, 5th, 6th time. I will be here.
Consider the invite open.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Thank you.